Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous beauty video. In this video I'm going to review and live swatch the entire Lisa Eldridge Velvet Lip Color collection. There are 17 lipsticks in her Velvet Lipstick collection that she has introduced so far, and I own all 17 of them. I am wearing on my lips one of them right now, and I'm going to actually live swatch on my lips each and every one of them for you, talk a little bit about each and every one of them. I'm going to talk about the finish, you know, the good and the bad, pros and cons, everything that you want to know. So if you want to find out everything about this Velvet Matte Lip Color collection of Lisa Eldridge, just keep watching. So before we jump into this video, you guys, please don't forget to take a second to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. You guys know my content is all about everything beauty, from fragrance to beauty products to makeup to fashion to lifestyle that revolve around beauty. So if you like that kind of content, please subscribe and ring the notification bell, because if you don't ring the notification bell, you'll never know when I upload, even if you are subscribed. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post everything I do, everything I buy, before I even talk about them here on YouTube. So you guys, like I said, I have all 17 of the Lisa Eldridge's Velvet Lipstick collection. So these Velvet lipsticks are actually a matte formula. So this is what they look like. So as you can see, there's a little kind of velvety, fuzzy kind of I don't know, finish around the bullet, but if you look at it, it doesn't go through the formula here on the tip. It's just, you know, a matte, regular matte color. The thing I love about these lipsticks is that they make my lips look so full. I mean, take a look at my lips right now. I haven't plumped my lips. I haven't even overdrawn my lip liner. It's just the lip color. I naturally do have fuller lips, but not this full. So they give lips like this pillowy look. That's the best way to put it. Like, it makes these velvet matte lipsticks from Lisa Eldridge and actually Gucci lipstick collection also gives that same finish, in my opinion. But hers velvet mattes I particularly love because it just really, you know, give me that pouty, pillowy look to my lips. And if you are someone who has like lines on your lips, this will be actually very friendly to that as well. It doesn't emphasize lines on the lips. These are good lipsticks even for mature aging lips. I would say I absolutely love them. That's why I own all 17 of them. I do have some other finishes here as well. Strawberry Shock, for example, is one of the shades I have, and then I have Love of My Life, and a couple of others from her other finishes. But today in this video, I'm only going to review the 17, all 17, the entire Velvet Matte collection. So it is she calls it Velvet Lip Color, but it's really a matte finish, but it's very comfortable, almost kind of creamy, but not creamy to the point it's a cream color, but it has that matte finish. It's a comfortable matte finish that has like a velvety finish to it that gives your lips this sort of, you know, plumpy, pouty, pillowy look. I think pillow is a better way to put it. Like, they look like pillows. My lips look like pillows when I'm wearing these lipsticks. So that's probably the best way to put it. And these lipsticks are 26 pounds a piece. So they are a little bit on the pricey side, but I don't mind. I absolutely love them. So 26 pounds is about $30 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they're on the very, very pricey side of lip products, but you know, I don't mind. They really are, to me, worth the price. They look really beautiful, give me this beautiful full pouty pillowy looks, so I don't mind. I have all 17 right here for you, and I'm going to live swatch each and every one of them. I do want to mention one problem I have with these lipsticks, actually two problems. One is that they tend to, I will show you when I'm swatching them. Yeah, they tend to break off if you're not too careful, and if you apply even the slightest more pressure than, you know, like a light, very light pressure. So you have to make sure you don't twist up the bullet too far, just have to twist it up a little bit and then not apply too much pressure. And also over time, like some of my ones that I bought when she first introduced them, those early ones are starting to dry out a little bit. So when they dry out, they still apply really well, still work, you know, until you finish your lipstick, it'll apply well. But it's a little drier, you know, not as much to this creamy side, comfortable side. It's still comfortable, but you can tell it's drying out. And when it does dry out is when it tends to break off more. So just watch out for that. So now I'm going to jump right into it and swatch all 17 of these Lisa Eldridge Velvet Lip colors for you. Let's do it. So I'm going to wipe my lip balm off, and I'm going to start applying the lightest color and then go up from there. I think the lightest color in the Lisa Eldridge True Velvet Lip Color Collection, the range, is Velvet Intrigue. So I already talked to you about the bullets. I love the nice weighted component, the gold component. I love the color of the component, the fact that it feels substantial. It has that vintage 1950s, 60s, you know, vintage vibe before everything became plastic. Do you know what I mean? All the lipstick components turned into plastic components after, I feel like the 60s, you know, towards 70s. She's very much of a fan of the vintage, you know, makeup, like, you know, from the golden age of Hollywood, from the 50s, you know, when Estee Lauder had all gold components, you know. So she's actually probably modeling these after like the 1950s, 60s Estee Lauder kind of components. So let me put this one on. I have a very light lip liner on. I'm gonna go with the nude lip liner for all the lipsticks because I don't want to have to change the lip liner for everything. So let me put it on. Oh, actually, let me first show you. So this is the Velvet Intrigue. As you can see around the little bullet, you see it's like a little velvet, you know, finish around it, but the tip doesn't have that. Of course, this is just not something that's, you know, in the formula, but it's rather for like decoration outside here. It looks like a little velvet cloth. It's wrapped in a velvet cloth almost. So they probably got that texture using something, I'm not sure what. I usually wear a dark lip liner with this one. As I said, this is the lightest color from the Velvet Lip Color Collection. It's very, very, very nude. I have my summer tan going on right now, so it's a little even lighter on me than it usually is. I usually wear something like a lip liner that's a little darker, and then I kind of color it in a little bit, and then I put this on top. But it still works for me as a nude lip liner. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to wipe it off now, and I'm going to go to the next color, slightly darker than this one. Might do the lip liner one more time. By the way, this lip liner is also Lisa Eldridge. This is the Lisa Eldridge lip liner in the shade Affair, Velvet Affair. So the next one I am going to put on is Velvet Affair, which is the corresponding lip line color lipstick to the lip liner I'm just wearing. So you guys, this one gives me an opportunity to talk about one of the problems with Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, which you guys know I love them. I just talked about how much I love them, but sometimes this can happen. It can break. It's very soft, the lipstick bullet, so make sure that you use gentle pressure. It's not a very, you know, tough bullet. It's kind of creamy, even though it's like a velvet, you know, formula, meaning it's supposed to be matte, but it's kind of a very creamy matte. So yeah, it's very delicate, so don't apply too much pressure. Although I wasn't very rough on this at all, it still broke. I mean, I was just applying with normal pressure, but I would say be even extra careful. Don't twist it up too much, like keep it about this much and then apply, because they do tend to break if you twist up too much or applied even the slightest too much pressure than light pressure. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind. So this is Velvet Affair. This is my favorite nude. So this one is a warmer nude than Velvet Intrigue that I put on first. So as you can see, there's warmer undertones to this one, which I really love. It really complements my complexion. When I'm my normal color, not my super suntan summer complexion, this looks even nicer, like really nice on my lips. Really complements my complexion, my regular complexion, and even my super tan too, actually. So yeah, I really like this one. So here is how it looks like. So next one is also in the nude range. This one is Velvet Fawn. Now this one is another nude, but this one is a bit of a mauve-y kind of ish nude, rosy mauve nude, as opposed to the warm one I put on and the cool tone one I put on earlier. So this is actually lighter in a way than the second one I put on, which is a Velvet Affair. Yeah, like I said, Velvet Affair is my favorite nude from this range, just because it has warmer undertones. Now this one has cool undertone, although this one is slightly darker, I think, than the first one, which is Velvet Intrigue. Let me show you them side by side. So here's Velvet Intrigue and here is Velvet Fawn. So let me show you the difference. This is Velvet Intrigue on my left, and this is Velvet Fawn on my right. So on the left here, Intrigue, this is Fawn. So do you see the difference? Yeah, so this one here is, they're pretty close actually in color. Let me do swatches. Okay, so Fawn is the one that's on top, Intrigue is the one that's below. They are very similar, but I think the Velvet Fawn is mauvier than Intrigue. That's the only difference. Intrigue is a little bit more, the one on the bottom, as you can see, is a little bit more rosy, and the top one is a little bit more mauve leaning, in my opinion. I think that's the only difference, but these two are very close in the shade, in my opinion. At the end of the video, I'll do swatches of all of them on my arm, but just wanted to show you just right now. So this is what Velvet Fawn looks like. So the next one I have is a Velvet Blush Lightly. So this is just like a lighter version that she introduced, so same component. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, it's a little bit of a dark mauve with a rose, dark rose, kind of dusty rose undertone. So let me put it on. So that's what it looks like. So the next color I have is a Velvet Petal. So same component, of course. And this is what Velvet Petal looks like. And I feel like Blush Lightly and Velvet Petal can be very close together too. So let me actually swatch these two together so you can see if there's any kind of similarity between these two. So now this is Blush Lightly and this is Petal. As you can see, Velvet Petal is a lot lighter than Velvet Blush Lightly. Blush Lightly is a mauve pink rose color, and this is also mauve pink, but it's a little bit warmer than completely cool. I would say it's neutral, and it's very pink, more pink than this, and it's lighter, a lot lighter. So yeah, in the bullet they look kind of similar actually. The top one, yeah, is a little warmer than the bottom, which is, the top one was the Petal and bottom was Blush Lightly. This is a very true pinky pink, you know? Yeah, it's very pink, completely pink, like a total pink actually. So this is what it looks like. So the next one I have is Velvet Muse. Now we're getting into more of the darker colors. So this is what Velvet Muse looks like. As you can see, it's darker. Dark mauve, Velvet Muse with some pink undertones, like blue pink undertones. Yeah. This one's very mauve. There you go. Velvet Muse. Next one up is Velvet Blush. This is the Blush Lightly. I think is the lighter version of Velvet Blush. So here it is. This one has a little bit of a, how do I say it? Almost like a wine undertone. Berry undertone. Not wine, berry. This is one of my favorite shades. So next I have Velvet Beauty. This is also one of my favorite shades. So this is what it looks like. This one is very much a pinky berry color. It has a little bit of a, not purple, kind of purplish undertone. Pinky purple, I should say. It's a little bit more vibrant color. So now we're going to get into more of the red shades of the range. So I'm going to go grab a more of the red kind of lip liner. So up till now I wore mostly nude-ish, going from nude to mauve, for which the lip liner worked. So I'm going to line my lips with Velvet Dragon lip liner by Lisa Eldridge. So I'm going to actually apply Velvet Dragon now, since I put the lip liner on. So here's Velvet Dragon right here. This is what it looks like. It's a very kind of like not brick, but like brickish red, if that makes sense. Has like a bit of an orange undertone to it. Not so brick, but like a light brick red, but with a lot of kind of orangish undertones. So this is what it looks like. I think it's a very pretty color. It's one of my favorites from the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Lip Color Collection. So yeah, it really is very complimentary to my complexion. I think it really works really well on my complexion. It really brightens up my face. So now I have here Velvet Cinnabar, which is a similar color to Velvet Dragon, but not too similar. I believe Cinnabar is darker and more of a brick red than this one. So this is what Velvet Cinnabar looks like. As you can see, it's much darker than the previous one, Velvet Dragon. So here it is. As you can see, it's a lot darker, very brick kind of color, very much a brick red. So next I have a very kind of orangey red. This is Velvet Morning. So this is what the bullet looks like. So it's a very, you know, orangey red. Very bright, perfect summer color. It's a very fun color for the summer, very bright. Happy color. I really like this. It's one of my favorites from the range. So the next one is Velvet Ribbon, which is also a red. So it's a little bit darker than the Velvet Morning. Yeah, I guess it is kind of a blue red. But a lighter blue red than the next one I'm gonna put on. So here's another one that kind of, see, it fell out. Did you see that? So this is another one that got somehow broken. So you gotta make sure to use this very lightly. It's a really beautiful red. Good kind of Christmassy red. My lips are getting a little raw, you guys. I got 4 more. Okay, so the next one is Velvet Jazz. So this is what the, well, it looks like it's a darker, much darker blue-red. So here it is. So now we're moving on to more darker colors that are not reds. So I'm going to use the Velvet Muse lip liner. So the next color I have here is Velvet Carnival. So this is what the bullet looks like. It's a hot pink fuchsia. This is a very bright fuchsia, hot pink kind of color. A very fun, bright color for the summer. Spring, summer color. I like this one too. It's very fun, you know, fun to wear with like a white dress or, you know, anything really fun like during summertime. The next one up is Velvet Myth. So this is what it looks like. It's a pretty dark color. It's actually one of my favorite colors, shades from this collection. So here's what it looks like. So we're down to the last 2 dark colors. This one is a little less dark than the last one I'm going to try on. So this is the next to darkest color of the range. So this is another one that had that bullet break off. This one also has dried out a little bit. So they tend to, it's a very creamy matte, but it dries out a little bit, and when it does dry out, it kind of breaks off if you're not careful not to twist it up too high or apply even the slightest pressure that's more than light pressure. So anyway, this is Velvet Decade. So this is what the bullet looks like. It's quite dark. It's a very fall color, a very much a fall color. I love wearing this in the fall. This is a very kind of cool toned, beautiful fall color. It's very vampy sort of color, you know. Okay, we're down to the last color. Ooh, my lips are raw. Lips are raw at this point. Okay, let's get this done with. So the last color is Velvet Midnight. This is the darkest color shade in the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Lip color collection. This one's really vampy, super vampy. Again, only fall I wear this. super vampy color. This is actually really nice with certain type of look, you know. So that's it, you guys. Those are all 17 of Lisa Eldridge's True Velvet lip colors that I swatched and reviewed for you. I let you know the good, the bad, and the ugly about these lipsticks. I absolutely love them, you know, although they break off if I apply too much pressure. You just have to be careful not to twist it up too much, and also apply with light pressure. Yes, they do tend to dry out a little bit as time goes on, but I will finish these bullets before they totally dry out, you know what I mean? I think the shelf life of these lipsticks is 12 months if I'm not mistaken. So let me know down in the comment section, what do you guys think about these beautiful lip colors and this particular finish from Lisa Eldridge, the velvet, True Velvet lip colors as she calls them. What do you think of them? Do you have them? What do you think of the swatches? Do they look beautiful to you? What do you think of it? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell so that you will not miss any of my videos, because subscribing isn't enough. If you just subscribe and don't ring the notification bell, you'll never know when I'm uploading a video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post everything before I even talk about them on YouTube. I will see you guys in my next video.